I remember the exact moment I realized I should have listened to that little voice in my head. I was standing at the edge of a cliff in Switzerland, looking down at the glacier below. I had just finished a heart-pounding descent on my snowboard, racing through powder and dodging trees. My adrenaline was at an all-time high. My friends and I were planning to hike up to the next peak for more of the same, but I had this nagging feeling, you know? That feeling that maybe I should have checked my travel insurance details again. But of course, I didn't. I didn't want to be paranoid. I thought, what's the worst that could happen? I'm experienced. I've done this a million times before. We all know that kind of thinking, right? It's easy to feel invincible when you're in the moment, surrounded by breathtaking views and the thrill of adventure. So we hiked. And a couple of hours later, I was standing at the top of that peak, feeling on top of the world. That's when it happened. I lost my footing. It was like a nightmare in slow motion. One minute I was on solid ground. The next minute, I was sliding down a rocky slope, my snowboard wedged awkwardly beneath me. The world spun, my heart raced, and before I could stop myself, I slammed into a boulder. Pain shot up my leg. I tried to move, but it was no use. I felt this cold wave of panic wash over me. I was alone. My friends were ahead, and there was no one around for miles. I couldn't believe it was happening. Luckily, I managed to call for help, and after what felt like hours, a rescue team reached me. But let me tell you, it was a nightmare. The pain, the waiting, the uncertainty. And then, the bills started to roll in. I had no idea how expensive mountain rescues were. I had no idea how quickly medical costs could spiral when you're in a foreign country, far from home. I had no idea how crucial it was to have proper travel insurance when doing extreme sports. And that was my wake-up call. It took me months to pay off the medical bills. My finances were a mess, and I couldn't help but think, why didn't I take those few extra minutes to double-check my coverage? It hit me that the cost of having the right coverage is nothing compared to the financial and emotional toll of being unprepared. Now, every time I get ready for a trip like that, whether it's rock climbing in the Alps, surfing in Hawaii, or snowboarding anywhere, I make sure to triple-check my insurance. And here's the thing. It doesn't just cover the obvious stuff like hospital bills. It covers everything from emergency evacuations to lost gear, missed flights, or even cancellations when the weather doesn't cooperate. But here's a little tip I wish I had known back then. Not all travel insurance is created equal. A lot of the standard policies don't include extreme sports like snowboarding, skiing, or mountain climbing. You have to make sure you're getting specialized coverage that fits what you're actually doing. It's one of those things that sounds obvious after the fact, but when you're caught up in the excitement of planning your adventure, it's easy to overlook. I found a company called insured. You can look them up or find the link in the description. They specialize in extreme sports travel insurance, and I genuinely trust them. I'm not here to sell you anything. This is just something I genuinely wish I had known earlier. Auras helped me get the coverage I needed before my next trip, and knowing that I'm covered if anything goes wrong has made all the difference. It's like a safety net you don't realize you need until you do. I don't want you to go through what I did. Learn from my experience. Take a few extra minutes to get the right coverage before your next big adventure. Trust me, it's worth it.